Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being patient as well. Hey, Octavia, Irvin. Hey, TH. The sound should be good now, hopefully. Oh, there you are. How's everybody doing? Hey, Chica. How are you? So, some of you know and some of you don't know, but I did I was in YouTube timeout, that I like to call it. And I couldn't upload anything. I couldn't post to my community page, and I couldn't live stream for 7 days. Hey, Ribby. So that was a bummer. And it was my Space Cadet fault. I used 3 different streaming software, and looks like right now I'm using StreamYard, and then I also use OBS for when I'm on DLive. But then when I can multi-stream on DLive and on YouTube if I use Restream, and I don't have to like pay for like premium monthly or pay for the premium service. So I went what was it? Well, a week ago I did a live stream, and I multi-streamed from Restream, stream. That was a lot of streams. And then later that night, I went and started streaming a documentary about the Federal Reserve. And I forgot that I had totally forgot about multi-streaming earlier that day, and I forgot to turn off the YouTube option, and didn't realize it was streaming the documentary on YouTube and on DLive until it was too late, and I got a copyright strike. So it's kind of a bummer that it had to be on my account and not for like an actual legitimate reason, and it was just a mistake. So and I tried deleting it, or I did delete it as soon as I could, but I didn't realize that if you delete your videos, you can't appeal them. And I don't know how I would appeal it anyways. What am I going to say? Oh, I was streaming over on DLive because you guys censor over here and give copyright strikes for everything. So, yeah, it was just a mistake, YouTube. What are they going to say? Oh, okay, we totally understand. So either way, a lesson learned. But that's why I was MIA, and so I couldn't come on here and tell, like, post the community or anything to let you guys know what was going on. And obviously I wasn't going to like promote it on other channels, so and say, hey, come over to DLive, because I won't be around for about a week. So yeah, so that was a bummer. But I guess if I don't get another strike for 90 days, then the strike will disappear. But then if I do, then I can't stream for or upload or anything for 2 weeks, I think. And then of course you get another strike on your channel. But if I don't mess up again for 3 months, then it should be okay. And so I was contemplating monetizing the channel, but there goes that. So no biggie. Hey, Heart Eyes. Hey, Monica. everybody, I want to say everybody loves Chris every time because of the show, but everybody hates Chris. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, I do have a backup channel, and that's what I was thinking about doing, doing Chica. And it was funny because I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Why don't I just go on my backup channel and just let everybody know what's going on? And I'm like, oh, wait, nobody knows about it. Who am I going to tell? So it's kind of funny, but yeah, so it's just my bad. And so that means that I just have to be even more cautious of what I say, because if I get another strike, then obviously that's not good. So, oh, and if you guys can, if you look in the chat, there's these Streamlab notifications. Um, I I've had a Discord, Chris Watts Discord for a while now, that I started, and I did it so if anybody wanted to talk about the case and not have to worry about being attacked um, or anything like that, as far as just voicing your opinions about the case, because Reddit, I mean, I was attacked. I don't even go there anymore simply because people are just so nasty. But so that's why I originally started it, but I did it private so that I didn't get like trolls or whatever in the Discord. But I thought about it, and since a lot of you apparently are not getting notifications on YouTube for my live streams or my uploads, I haven't uploaded a video in a couple weeks, but since you guys aren't getting notifications on YouTube, and I know that some of my followers on DLive are also not getting notifications, so I don't know what that's all about. But if you join the Discord, again, one, you guys can talk about the case. You're not gonna. It's my Discord, so if anybody is nasty or anything like that, they're gone. You're not gonna have to worry about, again, being attacked for simply having an opinion. But also, if you join the Discord, it will notify you when I go live on YouTube, or I think I can set it up. I haven't set it up for YouTube yet, but I can set it up, or I already set it up for when I go live on DLive. You'll get a notification. So since I can't rely on DLive or YouTube for that, I will find a way around it. But totally up to you guys. I don't know what to do about not getting notifications. So except for maybe just make sure that that you have the bell notification clicked, but so what's new, everybody? I did do a live stream, what was it, 2 nights ago, and then I went over to DLive. I know I checked my account. I said, "Ooh, I wonder if I'm if I'm out of YouTube timeout or if I have till like the next day." And I was out, so I was like, "I'm back, guys." It's funny. So, does anybody know any lawyers or anybody in the law profession? This is when it's frustrating because when I started covering this case, I'm like, I don't know any police officers. I don't know, personally, obviously, and I don't know any. I don't have any family members that are they're lawyers or anything. And I was like, that would be helpful right now, but unfortunately, I do not. You have no clue what's going on, Octavia? Yeah, me neither. It's I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm getting to the point where I just don't even want to do it anymore, but it's It really is. It's a complete circus, and it's ridiculous. Just everything that's going on. It's a lot of the people that are involved, a lot of the channel, not all the people, not all the channel creators. I have to make that clear. I don't want anybody to put words in my mouth, but there's just so many different characters involved, and it's really hard to keep up. Well, the reason why I was asking is because well, for a while now, I've always thought that um, died as a result. What how does it go again? Died as a result something of termination of pregnancy. The charge that Chris got um, died as a result. Here, I'll look it up. I don't want to give out disinformation here. I saved it to my bookmarks. Bookmark. That I need to go through because there's so many of them. I'm like, it just takes me 10 seconds just to scroll down. Okay, so here, maybe I can pull it up so you guys have something to look at besides me. And my laptop is rather slow, so it might take a minute, just so you know. Murder charge and death of unborn child. Oh, I really don't want to go to this Denver channel. There's so many advertisements on it, and it just it's so annoying. Okay, share screen. I'm all narrating what I'm doing for you guys. Share screen, search for this. Okay, so it should be coming up here, and I'm sure you know, most of you have seen this article before. Although actually I hadn't seen it until just a few days ago, so maybe not. Oops, wrong one. Why is it sharing? Okay. Try this again. Yeah, the unlawful termination of pregnancy. Yeah. So why that's I'm just not very good at multitasking when I'm trying to pull this up and also try to get out what I'm saying. Okay. Try this again. So now it should be coming up soon. All right. So again, for a while now, I've always thought that that whole charge, it was just one of those another one of those things in the case where it was just weird, like what is like it's not very clear to me anyways, but then again, no law jargon is clear to me. But I'm like, why don't they just say that? Why do they have to make it all like complicated? um I'm sure it's probably pretty easy to understand once you do, but it seems like it's the way that it's written. It's annoying. Like, why don't they just say it? That's all they had to say. Make it all complicated. All right. They probably do that on purpose. Do. Okay. There's not a law in Colorado that would let prosecutors charge Chris Watts with homicide for killing his wife's unborn child. Okay, wait, let me see what I want to see when this is there a date on it? Date of the article. There's no date. Where's the date? Okay. November 19th, 2018. And what Chris's court hearing was, or sentencing hearing was the 6th. So 12 days after. Okay. There's that 113 numbers again. Okay, sorry. No law exists in the state of Colorado to charge someone with homicide for killing an unborn baby. Chris Watts was arrested by Frederick police on Wednesday. He admitted to killing his pregnant 34-year-old wife and their 2 young daughters, a law enforcement source told 9 wants to know. He's being held on suspicion of 3 counts of first-degree murder and 3 counts of tampering with a dead body. So this is weird to me, and because Chris never... He didn't confess to... Oh, wait, what? I'm trying to remember. When was the actual plea deal? Like, did they say that it was, that he took the plea deal? Was that prior to his sentencing hearing? It would have to be, right? No. I don't know. Anyway. The district attorney will have to make the final call on charges, and he has until 3:30, which is interesting to me. Yeah, I know, Megan. It's a date, or it's a time of the day, every single day, 3:30. Doesn't mean it's conspiratorial, but I still find it interesting. Okay, he has until 3:30, not 3, not 4, but 3:30 p.m. on Monday to make that call. While there will be no charges for fetal homicide in the case of Shanann Watts' 15-week pregnancy, Chris Watts may face a lesser charge, one that's still a felony. According to 9 News legal analyst Scott Robinson, Colorado does not recognize an unborn child at any stage as a person for the purposes of its murder statute. So the easy answer is no. The father of the unborn child cannot be charged with murder relating to the unborn child, Robinson explained. It's Colorado law. It's subject to change, but as things currently stand, an unborn child is not a person for the purposes of our murder statute. He went on to explain that because Chris Watts faces 3 murder charges, all of which carry life without the possibility of parole, it might not make too much of a difference since he would never get out of prison if he was convicted on any of the 3 charges. The question of can you be charged with murder for an unborn child comes up every single time there's a homicide that involves a pregnant woman and the child dies along with the mother, Robinson said. It's not an issue that's going to go away, but it isn't necessarily an issue that's going to be resolved any differently 10 years from now than it is today. Robinson said it would take state lawmakers to change the law, but he added they would get into difficult terrain and have to decide when exactly human life begins for the purposes of the murder statute. While Chris Watts can't at this moment be charged with a fourth count of murder for the death of his unborn child, the district attorney could decide to charge him with unlawful termination of pregnancy. Okay, so that part is interesting to me. According to Robinson, Colorado has had this law on the books since July 1st, 2013. According to state statute 18-3.5. Whatever. A person commits the offense of unlawful termination of a pregnancy in the second degree if the person knowingly causes the unlawful termination of the pregnancy of a woman. A first-degree charge would need the prosecution to prove he intended to terminate the pregnancy, her pregnancy. Robinson called the law bizarre and said its language follows very closely to the language of the murder statute. An attempt to put a fetal homicide law on the books after a Longmont mom-to-be had her unborn child cut out of her failed in 2015. Danielle Lane, 35, was convicted of several charges after the attack, including attempted first-degree murder and unlawful termination of a pregnancy. She was sentenced to 100 years behind bars. According to the National Conference of State Legislators, a bipartisan non-governmental organization dedicated to helping state legislators, the debate of fetal homicide laws toes the line of the debate over abortion rights very closely. Pro-life advocates want to confer personhood status on the fetus and allow a person to be charged with homicide for the fetus's death. Pro-choice activists focus more on the harm done to the pregnant woman and do not support the idea of personhood for a fetus. In all, 38 states have fetal homicide law, but Colorado is not one of them. So the reason why I brought this up is usually with these orchestrated events, like I always say, there's going to be multiple agendas for them, right? Because they're not going to go through all this trouble to orchestrate it just to potentially gain one thing. But a lot of the times, one of the reasons for doing it is to pass some sort of law or take away some sort of right. So could this weird statute, or I don't even know if it's a statute. Does anybody know now? Did it go through? Or did it get passed? I'm not sure. Hey, Geneva. I guess what I'm trying to figure out is how would Colorado or Michael Rourke or law enforcement or whoever, how would passing this law benefit them? And I could be completely wrong. Maybe it has absolutely nothing to do with the orchestration. But again, it's one of those things that in the case, one of many that really stood out to me as far as just that feeling going, that's really weird. I wonder why they said that, or I wonder why this is there, or that doesn't seem right, like that kind of feeling. So anyway, that's why I asked if anyone knew any lawyers or anybody in law. So hey, Shiloh. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you. Because if you'll notice, like after the Scott Peterson case, they had Connor's Law. After you guys would know this kind of stuff better than I would, but I know that there's probably several other high-profile cases where they passed some sort of law, like almost immediately after. So now they have talk of Shanann's law, Nico's law. Oh, and this is interesting as well. Let me show you this. That I found randomly when I was down one of my rabbit holes. Gets my bookmarks on my phone again here. Okay, petition.org. Oops, I spelled murder wrong. So I was actually looking for somebody else on Facebook, and it just so happened that Nicholas Atkinson's Facebook account came up. So I just out of curiosity clicked on it while I was scrolling through his timeline, and I see that he posted this, or the link to this website. Hopefully you guys can see it, right? Okay, good. And do you guys know where? I mean, okay, so in the comments right here, it says that it was, where are they at? Okay, so it says 3 years ago, but how do I find? I'd be curious to know the exact date. Of when this petition was posted. I'm trying to remember. I may have taken a screenshot. Let me see, because I wanted to. I think it was only about, I want to say like maybe seven days after that. Nicholas Atkinson posted this or this change.org on his Facebook. So in my opinion, that seems like super fast to already be pushing a law. Only, a few days after the whole thing happened, right? Again, I would have to double check on that, but let me see if it's in my. And sorry, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't even planning on talking about this. I was just gonna wing it. So that's what we're doing. Because I definitely don't want to, pull up his Facebook. So, okay, I don't think I screenshotted it, or this account. I don't see it right now, but I will go back on there and find it. But I know that it was not very long after. So you would think that they would be probably, I don't know, too busy mourning the loss of their friend and loved one to already start. It just, to me personally, it seems really fast to be already pushing some sort of law just days after, or at least only a week after the murders happened. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hey, Ginger. Hey, rear naked bloke. Oh, that's funny. I just got that. Rear naked bloke instead of rear naked choke. That's clever. I like that. Okay, Chica, no problem. I just appreciate you being here. It's good to see you. Okay, so let me. Oh, so anyways, I was asking if anyone knows, is there somewhere where it says exactly the day that this person put, and I wonder who Brittany Brasher is, who posted, or the date that they posted this, because it just says 3 years ago, but I'm looking for like a specific date. And it's still up, so because there's someone that just signed it like a day or two ago, I think. Okay, Chris Watts has admitted to killing his wife, Shanann Watts. Shanann Watts was pregnant with a baby boy that they had planned to call Nico when she was murdered. So was baby Nico. Colorado currently does not have a law that would charge Chris Watts in the murder of unborn baby boy Nico. I'm not. I covered this on DLive the other night, and I'm not sure why the unborn baby boy Nico is all in capitals, but capital letters, but I don't know. That just stood out to me. Please join our fight to have this changed and this mother, sorry, not mother. And this monster charged with a fourth count of capital murder. Chris Watts has been formally charged with murder against Shanann Watts and their two born daughters, Bella and Celeste. Please sign and share this petition. Hashtag justice for Shanann. Hashtag justice for Celeste, Bella, Nico. Hashtag Nico's Law. And I'm confused. Is it Nico? Is it Nico? Is it Niko? Frankie Jr. put in on his Facebook post a couple days after, or no, when Shanann was still missing, but first he spelled it Nico, Niko, and then in another post, just just hours later, I think he spelled it Nico, and I'm like, okay, I'm so confused. Which one is it? Again, it could just be um, a just a mistake, but you would think that they would know how to spell, or he would know how to spell his Shanann's, what was it? It would be his nephew's name. So anyway. Hey Eddie. Hey Lily. Hey Swamp Lover. Right, Octavia? So again, why is this unborn baby law being pushed so quickly after the murders? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So to me, there's something going on with this law where it's going to seem like it's benefiting the public, or it's in the best interest of the public, but I just have this feeling that it's going to in some way benefit the government more than it's going to benefit us. And yeah, I don't see it either, Octavia. I don't know why they wouldn't have the actual date that it was posted. So and do you guys notice that literally after the majority, I don't want to say all, but the majority of these high profile cases, whether it be a mass pew pew pew, or a homicide case, or a missing persons case, or whatever, some sort of tragic event, immediately after it happens, they already have some sort of law that they're pushing. Okay, Monica, no problem. Hey CL, on the headstone it's spelled Nico. IQ test before hiring actors. Oh yeah, to make sure they all had 135, 140 IQs like Chris. I'm sorry, but that guy does not have, and if he does really have a 135, 140 IQ, then he's just playing his dumbing down himself for his acting gig, because I've never um met anyone with that high of an IQ that says like every other word. And it's funny too. They say that, oh, Chris he's Rain Man. He has a photographic memory. Why did he have to look up the lyrics to the Metallica song Battery for based on the narrative? So whenever I mention something from the Discovery, I just want you guys to know I'm going based off of the official narrative. So it doesn't seem like I'm going back and forth. But so based on the official narrative, why did Chris have to look up the lyrics to the song Battery? Especially since, one, it's supposed to be his favorite band and he's got the, tattoo on his back. And the lyrics aren't that hard. I put the lyrics in one time for my video and I pretty much had them memorized already. So the fact that they say he's Rain Man and he literally admits saying that he had to look up the lyrics on his CD album or his CD case, which I don't even know why. Did Chris's? I wonder if it did. Oh, it probably did. It's newer. I was gonna say, did his truck even have a CD player? But so, anyways, point is, if it's so photographic, then why would he have to look up the lyrics? Because he wouldn't have to. But they had to put that into the narrative so that they could throw in the lyrics to do their little clever symbolism and their little, codes and Easter eggs. It's just their little tricks that they have. So it's like, how can we, post these lyrics into the narrative, or fit these lyrics into the narrative without it making it seem obvious? Oh, well, we'll just have, say that Kessinger looked up or wanted to know the lyrics, even though the woman could just look up the lyrics her freaking self, because we know she knows how to Google, right? Based on the narrative. Do it yourself. Woman. I'm a woman. So she could have looked him up herself, and she didn't. But again, that was a way for them to fit those Battery lyrics. And it's funny because, in my opinion, the majority of people will think that, oh, she wanted to know those lyrics because of oil battery and killing the family. But to me, in my opinion, it doesn't mean anything as far as that goes. As far as representing the batteries, I think it symbolizes something much different. But anyways, I talk about it I brought it up in my electricity videos. But the guy he's not Rain Man, okay? In my opinion, he's not. There's no proof. And even if tomorrow somebody, a channel creator or something said, oh, I have Chris Watts' actual IQ test that he took where he scored a 135, 140. The guy couldn't even remember if he's, okay, that's funny now. He couldn't even remember if he scored a 135 or 140. If you have a photographic memory, how in the hell do you not remember which one you scored? You got a 50-50 shot there, dude. You know? So for the narrative to say that he has a 135, 140 IQ, it's ridiculous in my opinion. Hey, Jenny, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Well, that's the thing, CL, is that he's a huge Metallica fan. So, I mean, I don't know, like Pink Floyd's my favorite, one of my favorite bands, and I don't know every single. They have a lot of albums, but their, in my opinion, their song lyrics or their songs are a little bit more lyrical than Metallica. I hate StreamYard. I really do. I would never pay. I wouldn't pay $1 a month to get premium with StreamYard, let alone 40. That's insane. Oh yeah, Lily, awesome. Yeah, I love Pink Floyd. Sandy slipped up and said she had a 17-year-old daughter. What? Please tell me that somebody took a, I don't know, recorded it or something, screen recorded it. You saw them in concert? That's cool. I saw Roger Waters for his The Wall tour, but and it was good, but it would have been awesome to see them back in the day too when they were together. And if I was on D Live right now, I could play a Pink Floyd video, but I can't because I'm on YouTube and YouTube is lame. Is that video still up, Jenny? Probably not. That'd be pretty dumb. If he's Rain Man, I must be Einstein. Laugh out loud, Chica says. You are more intelligent than Einstein, Chica. How about that? Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Hannah. So there's so much that I want to say to you guys. So it's frustrating. But if you, so I just did a live stream last night, and I just titled it. I think I did it like around midnight my time, and I just titled it something along the lines of Chris Watts midnight hour stream or something. I don't know, and whatever, because I never on D Live I would never know where the stream's gonna go or what I'm gonna stream to begin with. Just because I mean, pretty much everything goes on D Live. You can't stream anything you want to, obviously, but there's so much more room to stream so much more than you can on here or talk about. So, um, so I talked a little bit about gang stalking. That is, which I probably shouldn't even say that on here. That's how it's so ridiculous. Like, maybe gang stalking is like the name of my band or something. Like, what if it was? What if I said, "Hey, Chica, let's start a band. Fuck it. Okay, I can't play any musical instruments, but let's start a band." And she's like, "Okay, Meg, let's start a band. I can't play instruments either. I don't know if you can or not, Chica, but this is just all hypothetical. Um, let's start a band. What should we call it?" And I said, "I don't know. Shit, let's call it like the Gang Stalkers, right? We're make it all one of those tough sounding names, like of the rock bands or the metal bands." Um, and then I came on here on YouTube to talk about my new band that I started with Chica called the Gang Stalkers. And then what, I get a strike on YouTube because simply for saying Gang Stalker, but that's the name of my band. So I'm not allowed to say that. Like, I'm just saying, what if, you know? It's just ridiculous. Yes, Irvin, please do, because and so my point of the point I was trying to get at was last night after I talked about we went over the gang stalking and played some videos. Very, very interesting topic, and somewhat frightening at the same time, or very frightening at the same time. But so I covered that a little bit, and then of course I got into talking about Chris Watts. But if you watch one of my streams on here or listen to one of my streams, there's not much to watch, but if you listen to a live on here and then go to DLive and listen to one of my Chris Watts live streams over there, it's like night and day, because I literally do not have to. It's just I'm so much more comfortable when I'm doing the live stream on DLive, because I don't have to worry about everything I say or rewording everything, and speaking in code all the time, and that's why I pause a lot too. Again, I know I say this all the time, but I'm not. I'll say it as long as I have to. I'm not a great speaker. So you have that, and then I have to deal with figuring out how I'm gonna, go get through my live stream without saying something wrong, right? And getting a strike or whatever. So yeah, total night and day. On DLive, I don't pause all the time. I can just speak freely, and it's so nice. It really is. And that's why every time I come on here on YouTube, I really encourage you guys to go over there, because I mean, I stream a lot of different things. Like that my DLive channel, it's like a grab bag. You never know what you're gonna watch. Ask Swamp Liver and Hard Eyes if she's here still. They'll tell you it's a variety of content. But within that content, I play Ole Damengard, who I've mentioned several times, and also have put in a couple of my videos. But he's an expert on FF and PSYOPs and conspiracy theories, and one person who I learned a lot of what I know now from watching his content. So as well as other channel creators and other experts. So I've played several of his videos, and I don't even mind playing him again if people miss them, because the problem with DLive is that the live streams are only up for 3 days, unfortunately. I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers and make partner before you can before you're allowed to post replays. And you can post if you make partner, you can post up to 4 replays that will just keep playing over and over again until you replace it with some other content. So I'm only an affiliate right now, and my live streams only stay up for 3 days. So that's the problem. And again, I don't mind playing anything over again. Some of you may have to see it again. You don't have to stay, of course, but I don't mind playing it again, because I know that it kind of sucks about the live streams only staying up for 3 days. But it's just so important, because I can't play that kind of stuff here. I can't play. I mean, Ole Damengard, his channel, he did have a channel on YouTube, and they booted him. So and why? For what? What did he do that was so wrong that YouTube had to boot him or anybody else from YouTube that is discussing the same things that I am? Who is it hurting by questioning events that have many holes and red flags in their official narrative? To me, that's rather telling. If they're going to go to that length to, and he had over, I want to say, I don't know if he had a million. I think he might have had a million. Or was that David Icke? Oh, I see. I shouldn't even have said his name. That's like a big no-no on YouTube. Uh, but I think he had at least over like 500,000 subscribers. So he's gone. And I don't feel comfortable playing his content. There are some of his videos on YouTube, but I definitely am not going to re-upload them or play them on my live stream, because he says a lot of those things that YouTube doesn't like you to say as far as victims and stuff goes. So I play his videos. I played RV Truth videos, and he talks a lot about these orchestrated events, and he goes more into the symbolism that I've pointed out in this case, as far as the numerology and the occult symbolism, and their color patterns that they use, specific words. So I have a whole playlist of RV Truth that I played or streamed one day, and ODD TV talks about the Hegelian dialectic and the problem, reaction, solution, and how they use trickery and this Hegelian dialectic theory to essentially take our rights away. I just played that video about a week ago. So, and I need you guys to see, it's really important for you guys to see these videos, because it shows that other people are talking about this stuff as well. And it's not just me. And then it's happening in a bunch of other events all over the place. It's not just in the US either. But I think if you guys see that more and more people that are talking about it, and they might even, they do, they explain it so much better than I do. And I think that would really help as well, because I know that I'm not the best at explaining things. So that's why I encourage you guys to go over there. And I know it's a pain in the butt, but it really only takes 2 seconds. And I know a lot of you have gone over there and followed me, and I do appreciate it, but I need you guys to show up. And I don't know how many are getting notifications and just aren't coming, or if they're not getting notifications at all. I have no way of knowing that. So, but if you guys really do truly want to know the truth about this case, even if it doesn't line up with your theory, if it's the complete opposite, if you want to know the truth about this case and you want to stop being deceived, you will go over to DLive and just hear me out and listen to what I have to say, because I know what's going on with this case. I have never changed my theory one time. Now, again, that is just because I didn't change my theory. I'm not saying that it makes it true, but it just shows how confident, in my opinion, that I am about this case, and that I'm not just throwing all these theories at you guys to keep you interested in the case or to distract you from what's really going on. And I have to say this, because there's going to be that one or two of those I don't want to say trolls, but those people that are going to put words in my mouth and say, oh, every creator. No, I'm not saying every creator is doing that, but there are many that are doing that, and they're being deceptive, and they're not helping at all. And they're making what I'm trying to do even more difficult. And it's frustrating. So, again, I mean, even if you have to, and I stream a lot of stuff, okay? But if it's just read the title. If it says like music videos, and you don't want to, and if it doesn't have Chris Watts in it, you don't have to come. You really don't. I know that you guys are here to listen to me talk about Chris Watts, so totally understandable if you see music videos on my DLive title, and you don't want to watch music videos. Totally understandable. But I do title them for what the content is, and it might say Chris Watts and whatever, or it might say, hey, do you guys want to talk about Chris Watts? It's something along those lines, or I would just check out, at least show up, and if it's not something that has to do that's relevant to Chris Watts or anything else related to these orchestrated events, then you don't have to stay. You know what I mean? But the majority of the content that I do stream on there does have everything to do with what's going on in this world today. So again, I really, really, really do encourage you to go over to DLive, because I don't mind doing these YouTube streams, but I just can't. I cannot find a way around it to fully give you guys, or to give you full transparency about my theory on this platform. I just can't. Hey, Nuck and Futz. Hey, AB. And Michelle in the chat, she knows, she covered the I almost said the Watts case, the Sin City event that happened prior to this Watts case. She knows all about what I'm saying right now. So and I know a few other of you guys. So funny, every time I come on these live streams, I don't have any trouble or difficulty speaking until I hit that live button, but that's okay. See, and this is why I don't like StreamYard, because it's still on Chica's comment from 4:48 p.m., which was almost like an hour ago. So it's useless. Hey, Casey. Yeah, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, my DLive link is in the description, but I can pin it at the top as well. And then I do encourage you to, there should be an automatic comment that randomly pops up that says join my Discord. If you guys aren't getting notifications from my DLive or my YouTube, if you join the Discord, you'll get those notifications, since YouTube and apparently DLive are not doing that for me. And it's also a place where you guys can discuss the case. So if you guys want to do that as well, great. I'm trying to remember what it was exactly that I talked about on DLive. Not that I could tell you what I talked about on DLive about the case, because I can't talk about it on here. It's so stupid. And people really do think and say that I'm overreacting, and they're like, why don't you just say it, Megan? It's not a big deal. Just tell us what your theory is. I cannot do it because it's literally in the guidelines, and there's no way of rewording it that I've found. Okay, there's my, let me pin it. I'll pin it to the top here. Swamp Lover, say it. Say it. And DLive is a little bit different from YouTube. It is a streaming platform, but the setup is, there's a lot of differences. But once you get, the hang of it and used to it, it's actually quite fun over there, to be honest with you. There's a lot of great people over there, a lot of great streamers. There's a lot of truther channels and true streamers that have actually um, migrated over to DLive because of the censorship on YouTube. So I really want to use I want to use it to my advantage while I still can. Because who knows how long that's going to last over there. It seems like the censorship is going to follow us wherever we go eventually. And unfortunately. Oh, Discord. Okay. It should come up in the chat again automatically, but let me grab it real quick. Okay, Discord. Okay, should be there. Hey, Callie. I know it's always late for you when I go live. Oh, Eddie, Discord is just just another communication platform that it's similar to kind of like a personal Reddit, if you want to call it that. So anyone can start their own, they call it a server, Discord server, and you can invite people with the link just individually, or you can like post it for anybody to join. And then there's the server, the owner of the server can make different categories. So like for instance, I have like general chat in mine. I have connections. I have conspiracy theories. I have just so whatever topics you want, you can make different categories for them, and it's just a place to you can do live phone calls. You can have panels, just voice calling. You can have video calling. It's pretty cool, but they're even censoring over there. So, but there's a way to set up in Discord with another with a different website, and I can connect my DLive account to Discord as well as I believe my YouTube account, and so that way you guys will get notified whenever I go live. So that I'm hoping that will help if you guys do join. So it will be on what will be on Discord, Callie? I'm sorry. You were struck for scamming? That's weird. Yeah, well, I got hate speech for my first strike, Michelle. And that was just for simply going over the anatomy of a FF event. And see, that's the problem. And then if anybody is new to my chat that, just coming in here, they're going to be like, what the hell is an FF? French fries? Like, what's wrong with this lady? Why is she using like abbreviations and stuff? Oh yeah, there's channels that yeah, there's streamers that curse all the time. Oh no, my videos, I can post my videos to Discord, but the live streams won't be on Discord. Um Discord is just to just to it's just a like a communication app. But I mentioned it earlier, but it's also a place where you guys can talk about the case if you want to and not have to worry about being attacked for just simply stating your opinions. Actually, you know what's funny, Eddie, is when I it worked really well the first time, and then I was streaming on D Live a couple nights ago, and I think I was live for about I don't know, like 40, 45 minutes, and then I get a notification on my phone saying, "Hey, think for yourself is live." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, Tidy Labs, appreciate it." So I don't know. I guess it's just hit or miss. There's the link to the Discord again that it just dropped in the chat. So, um, but yeah. So again, I wish I had more to say. I don't have any. I'm not gonna have any new information for you guys, like unfortunately, because any of this other stuff, this 35C crap, um, this these supposed pictures of Nicole Kessinger shopping at in Colorado at King Super, it I don't have anything to say about that. I don't. It's it's not relevant. And the 35C thing, in my opinion, it was just to get people interested in the case again, to steer people in the opposite direction of the truth, and to confuse, to cause chaos. I don't have any theories for you guys. I just don't have any theories to give because I have one theory and that's it. And any of the stuff that I want to talk to you about or say to you guys, I can't. I literally can't. I mean, I could. Maybe I should. Maybe I should just say what I want to say about it on one live stream. And if I get a strike for simply just stating my opinion, or my channel gets taken down, then to me that's proof in itself right there that my theory is not as far out there as some people might think. Because in my opinion, my theory makes a whole lot more sense than any of these other theories going on. And I'm the only one, as far as I know, giving answers or some sort of answers for these questions that they've left us with. And why nothing makes sense in this case, and why is there so many freaking name connections in American Horror Story and the Watts case, and why are there several people on the case that have the same same names as serial killers? Like, how many more connections does there have to be? Like, I don't know how much more I can give, or show. There's so many that I've made videos about, and I'm still finding them. And I'm not even having to look. I don't even like to say find because they're literally like in plain sight for us. That trailer on Nate's TV was put there on purpose, you guys. It was not spiritual. It was not a coincidence. These people are manipulative. They've been doing this for years. And if everybody just knew like that this case and these other high profile events were PSYOPs or PSYOPS is, um, then it wouldn't be a very good one, right? That's the beauty of them. because people don't know that they're psychologically being manipulated. But I'm trying my best to show you guys this so that you don't have to be manipulated anymore, so that you can, because they do not they put all this stuff in plain sight for us. And if you know what those things are, they're once you know that, they're fairly easy to spot, if not really easy to spot. And they're not going to slow down. I mean, it doesn't matter. Even if I came out with some sort of tomorrow, some damning evidence that 100% like proved my theory, right? And everyone was like, oh my gosh, Megan was right, da 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 da. And everybody made a big hype about it. It wouldn't matter, because we don't have a right to do that. We don't, because with the Smith Modernization Act of 2012, the mainstream media, law enforcement, and government can legally push propaganda and lie to us. Whether it be a tiny little story, like I always use as an example about a cat, a house cat that was abducted by aliens. So that's not that small of a story. It's kind of big, but anyways, it's just an example. Whether it be just like a local news story or a quadruple homicide case, they can fabricate whatever they want and have no repercussions for it. And we have no right to argue or to demand or get upset, because they can do it. That's how they can get away with this stuff. So they're not going to slow down. So, but I'm hoping that if whether it be, one person or 10,000 people, it doesn't matter. Like, cause I wish that truth spread like disinformation did, because that would be awesome, but it doesn't. Not the truth I'm speaking anyways, but I'm hoping that if enough people can wake up, it'll make it more difficult, at least for the ones who are in control of these events, make it more difficult for them to pass these laws, right underneath our noses, or to take away rights from us, because we outnumber them. Okay. We do, and they know that. But if the majority of people don't think for themselves, and they just believe everything that they see on television, or what the mainstream media says, or what the government says, like, it doesn't matter how many of us there are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad, because I wish I had more to say. I wish I had an exciting stream for you guys, like all these other channel creators, but I don't. And I'm not going to tell you what you guys want to hear, what I think it is that you want to hear. And I'm not going to tell you that Nicole Kessinger is going to be held accountable for whatever she may or may have not done, because she's not. She's really not. She's gone. I mean, she's not like gone dead, but she disappeared for a reason. And it's not because she's in protective custody. It's not because she's scared of the public. She played her part, and in my opinion, she did a great job, because there's a lot of people that do not like that woman. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. And maybe that's why I my views are showing as far as, or I'm getting less and less views on my live streams and viewers in my live streams. Maybe because I don't have any more content. I don't have in the stuff that I do have. I can't give it to you. And I know it sounds, I'm just repeating myself over and over again. So I'm probably just going to end this, but, and I don't mean to sound like frustrated or anything, because I'm not, but I feel bad that I can't, give you guys something more, but I feel like I've given you a lot as far as, my evidence goes, as far as supporting my theory, because my evidence is, it's not going to be found in the discovery. It's not going to be found in the case. It's not going to be found in the mainstream media. I can't base any of that evidence, or evidence, quote unquote. I can't use that for my theory because it's all bogus. You know what I mean? So anything that's mentioned in that discovery is irrelevant to me. It doesn't matter what time Cheyenne came home. It doesn't matter what happened at Nutgate. It doesn't matter if Kessinger pinged it at whatever time and if she was in the house or not. It doesn't matter. None of that matters because it's bogus. It's all bogus. That's why nothing adds up in this case. That's why this is the only case in true crime, anyways, that where they released this, the amount of information that they did on the case, and that has more questions than answers. Why is that? Why is it that in a case where we've had a large amount of information released, there's so many more questions compared to ones where we didn't even get this amount of information? Doesn't make sense. It should be open and shut. There's no reason why people should be still, or we should still be here 2.5 years later trying to figure out what in the hell happened with this case, with the amount of information that they released. I don't care if there's 200 pages redacted. There's nothing in that discovery of any, there's nothing relevant in it at all. It's a bunch of filler nonsense crap. Over 236 pages of letters that from women that wrote to Chris in prison. Why the fuck do we need that information in those discovery files? Why? What does it have to do with the investigation? Especially since that came after the fact. What does women writing to Chris in prison have anything to do with it? It doesn't. It's filler. It's nonsense. It's dramatic. Oh my God, how could these women write to Chris in prison? They're what's the matter with them, right? Like, he's a child and woman killer, right? He killed his whole family because it pulls at heartstrings. It gets people riled up, gets people pissed off, and it makes people throw their logic out the window and not think clearly because they're pissed off that these women would write Chris, right? They didn't give us anything that would give us some sort of closure in this case as to why Chris did what he did, or anything for that matter. Okay, it's done that way on purpose, you guys. They only give us what they want us to see, what's going to keep us interested in the case, what's going to send us down the Chris Watts discovery rabbit hole, so that we're doing what we're doing now, and everyone's going over the same discovery again, the same body cam footage, the same, just over and over and over again. But where has it gotten us? Where are we any closer to solving or figuring out what happened with this case? Number one, you can't solve a case with only half of the evidence. And not only that, but we don't even know if that evidence that they did give us is even factual, because there's so many holes and inconsistencies in this case. How in the hell would we ever be able to solve what happened based off the information we have. It's impossible. And you can theorize and theorize and theorize until the cows come home, but it's not going to happen. And I know that's not what people want to hear. And again, I'm not going to just sugarcoat anything anymore. I can't. Like, and I'm not going to tell you guys what you want to hear or what I think you want to hear. Hey, Deb. Hey, doing life my way. Good to see you. And I know that me saying, of course, I don't want you to just believe me when I say that Nicole Kessinger is not going to be held accountable for anything or whatever, because that would make me hypocritical. But of my whole motto. But again, has anything come from this case, from any of these theories, from anything? I've seen it with the Sin City event. There are still people to this day, okay? I hope it happened in 2017. There's still people trying to file FOIA requests for that event. And they're being denied. Denied. Same thing with this case. They're just going to be denied over and over again. They are not going to release anything else on this case. And if they do, it was either to make me look like an idiot, not personally myself. Obviously, they don't care about what I'm saying, but that would be my luck, right? But if they do, I'll be the first to come on here and say that I was wrong. But I'm going to go ahead and say that I don't think I'm wrong. And if it is information, it's bogus. That's the word of the day today, bogus. Hey, Lou. I'm glad you found my channel as well. It's rare that people do, or that anyone does. You really got to search for it, it seems. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I mean, of course, I have a lot to say, but I definitely don't want to keep repeating myself over and over again because I know, or I'm sure that's annoying. But I don't want to stop coming on YouTube and discussing the case with you guys because it's important to me. It's important for me to wake people up and to, show the deception because I don't want to be deceived anymore, and I can't imagine that you guys want to be deceived. And so I don't know. Oh, it's your daughter's birthday tomorrow? Well, happy early birthday to her. Oh yeah, Nuck and Fucks? I said Nuck and Fucks. Dang you and your name. No, it's a good name. It's funny. Hey, Shani. Are you coming to tell me we're playing games? Yeah, Shan Chica's here. that was a that was a lot of questions. I mean, exclamation points. Well, thank you, Michelle. I really do appreciate that. And I really, to be honest with you, I don't care uh, what anybody says. If I repeat myself or I pause too long or whatever, I don't care. Let them be annoying and say those things. It really, really doesn't bother me. I laugh at those people and those types of people. And any of them that put a negative comment in my under my videos in the comment section, I usually, because most people or most channel creators will pin a comment that is really nice and complimenting, and I do that sometimes. I do that sometimes. I hate when I say that. Do. I do that as well sometimes. But if there's a really good like troll comment that's just completely negative, obviously they want to be heard, right? So I give them what they want, and I pin their comment to the top so everybody can see their comment first and what an idiot they are. I think it's actually quite brilliant. Or I will just have some sort of sarcastic response to their negative comments, and they usually don't respond again after that. It's kind of funny. Oh, all right, Shan. No, I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to do it on my channel. Actually, you're so much better at that than I am. Especially if you're not going to be there. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to try to download that third party thing so that um oh, and I for wait, Discord, is it Discord that? Oh yeah, Discord, you need the third party thing to go on OBS. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out so that you can come up on panel even if we're not playing games, Shan, on my D Live. Thank you, Monica. I really appreciate that. Hey, Tiger Girl. So let's see how long I've been on for here. Oh, and on D Live as well, if there's like any questions that you guys have, I mean, obviously I don't know, I'm not gonna know have every answer for everything, but as far as my theory goes, I can do my best to answer them and not have to worry about what I say on D Live. So if there are any questions, and that's why I started the Discord as well, or I'm making it public anyways, so that if you guys do have any questions about it that I can't answer on here, please join the Discord and feel free to ask me. I have no problem answering in any questions you guys have at all. And I'm not going to obviously judge you or anything or attack you for them. I'm going to be the last person that would do that. So, um, and then you can do it on D Live as well. So it's up to you guys. All right. Well, I guess I am going to end this because I don't know what else I can say. But since I am out of YouTube timeout, I will be doing these more. And hopefully, at least with each one, I'll be able to have a little bit more information, that I can give you guys. But the only thing I could really do is just try to debunk all of these other theories going around. And I don't, it's, I mean, what is that going to do? You know what I mean? I stopped trying to debunk all these crazy theories. And I don't want to say crazy theories because I'm definitely open-minded to all possibilities. But when it comes to theories that are there's nothing to back it up with. And again, I know my theory, I don't have solid in writing proof, but my evidence is and my proof is in the patterns. Patterns are to me um, more, I guess not believable, but proof is in the patterns is all I can say. I don't know what else how I'm trying to how else to say it, but unfortunately with these types of events, they're just the majority of the information to vet is not, you're not able to vet it unless you are somehow connected to it, or um, you have some sort of or inside information or whatever. There's no way of vetting most of the information anyway. So that's all I can really give, I guess, is just the consistency with these events. But that's why I need you guys to go to DLive so that you guys can see these other channel creators talking about all of the same things that I'm talking about, if not more. So, yeah, please do. And if not, then that's okay as well. But it is super important to my theory and to what I'm trying to do. So, thank you guys for being here. Thank you to my moderators as well. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. So, have a good night, and I'll see you guys later.